The last pilot flying out of Afghanistan. Now Elk's Pelbath wants to be the next person to be named congressman for South Carolina's 1st District. The military conservative says he believes in what President Trump is doing in all facets. He believes his values and beliefs are what the Palmetto State needs in the future.
I have witnessed firsthand the devastating consequences of career politicians' weak leadership. And so what I realized after retiring for 2 years is that, man, the fight's not over, that leadership problem is still happening. We're very fortunate. We have President Trump now. We finally have an outstanding leader in the White House, and I do believe he's done more in the last 6 months than any president in history. But we can see it. We see it every day that this fight's not over. And what I realized about myself is that I just wasn't made to sit on the sidelines. And I don't believe we need politicians in Washington anymore. What we need is leaders. Military members in Congress very specifically have a reputation for getting things done. And right now we have the lowest representative of veterans in the military than we've ever had. I mean, compared today to post-World War II, what our country was like for those who served. And so I think what our voters need is more veterans, more leaders up there. We have proven that we are the type of leaders who get things done in Washington. President Trump's border policy has been amazing. He's done a phenomenal job of closing the border. Border crossings are at an all-time low. But what we have learned already here just in the last year is that there's an impact. There are still too many criminal illegals in this country, and every state, including ours, is now a border state. So continue to enforce those policies, teaming with Trump to make sure that we see that through the closing of the border policies. Economic policy. President Trump prevented the largest tax hike in history, and in passing the big beautiful bill, returned thousands of dollars to hardworking families, those of us here in the Low Country. Those economic policies matter tremendously, and so continuing to fight that battle. It's been 6 months to try to undo 4 years of terrible policy. We have to give it time and continue fighting to make sure those economic policies are seen through so that those of us in the Low Country can reap the benefits. Legal immigration, nobody has a problem with. Every illegal immigrant here, and the argument for the economic impact, it sort of supposes that we're okay paying under the table, less than minimum wages to illegal aliens, and we're not. Every illegal alien is that we need to remove from this country is more jobs for Americans, more jobs for legal immigrants. The political rhetoric is very clearly coming from an extremist faction on the left. The violence that we're seeing is due very specifically to ridiculous comparisons. It's a terroristic mindset, and I believe that those of us on the right and the Democrats who understand that rhetoric is dangerous need to be united. We need to see those on the left condemning these types of things, just like those of us on the right are. We know what we're fighting for right now. There's a fight against, this is a fight, good versus evil fight is what we're fighting against, and we can certainly be unified in that. Great leadership, one of the great definition is doing the right thing regardless of the consequences. What voters need to know is that that's who they're voting for in me. They're voting for somebody who believes in America first and foremost, who will unapologetically stand up for my beliefs. You will know exactly how I feel and how I'm voting on issues all the time, and you will get somebody of character. And it's okay for us to disagree. That is going to happen. We should have that in our country. We should have positive, good civil discourse. What we shouldn't have is extremism.
Now, to see more of our political interviews with candidates from both Georgia and South Carolina, go to WSAV.com/yourelection headquarters.